Good evening, Quinnipiac.
Live from the Ed McMahon Center, this is the Q30 News Nightcast.
He's on the right order.
8, 7, 6. Good evening, Quinnipiac. I'm Liv Dufo.
And I'm Mike Iozzo.
Coming up tonight on the Q30 Newscast, a former New Haven police chief has been hired to the university staff.
And find out what students think about the new Quinnipiac parking.
Plus, we're giving you information on the recent New York and New Jersey bombings. All this and more coming up on the Q30 Newscast. The racially insensitive Snapchat picture posted by someone who is no longer part of the Quinnipiac community is catching fire for its negative message. The student who posted the photo, as I just said, is no longer with us as a part of the Quinnipiac community, and more than just Quinnipiac is speaking out about the Snapchat. Mark Thompson, Executive Vice President and Provost, sent an email earlier today sharing that the student who posted and captioned the photo was solely responsible and is no longer in the Quinnipiac community. The student in the photo was found to be not responsible. The Snapchat was posted yesterday and today. The New York Times, Barstool, WTNH, Fox 61, as well as a few others have posted stories and tweets about the image. Within the Quinnipiac community, the Student Government Association sent out an email in response to the photo, reminding students of our creed and what it means to be a Bobcat. Mark Thompson sent out an email yesterday stating he is deeply troubled and, quote, "This incident is clearly not reflective of our values as a university community," end quote. The Black Student Union posted an Instagram yesterday of the photo, expressing their disgust and disapproval of the action. Their Instagram caption included, quote, "This is not funny," end quote. According to Thompson, Quinnipiac has taken immediate disciplinary action against the student who posted this photo.
Quinnipiac's field hockey team left the MAC this year, entering the Powerhouse Five Conference.
Here's Kyle Lavasser with more on how QU is entering a national spotlight.
The Quinnipiac field hockey program looks completely different than years past. Despite being in the MAC for only 3 years, head coach Becca Main has led her team to 2 regular season championships. Success in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference has elevated the Bobcats to a Power 5 conference. Quinnipiac, along with Liberty University, have joined national powerhouses UConn, Old Dominion, Providence, Temple, Villanova, and Georgetown in the Big East. A conference well known for its excellent academics, also has 2 of the best teams in the country. And while Quinnipiac will be facing teams such as 4th-ranked UConn and 6th-ranked Old Dominion, their greatest challenge may be not having a home field. With renovations being done here at Quinnipiac, the entirety of the 2016 field hockey's home schedule will be played at Yale. So, don't be mistaken, the blue turf is actually the home of the 2016 Quinnipiac field hockey team.
We've been traveling a lot this year. Not only are we traveling back and forth here to practice, we have a home game on Sunday that's at Columbia. So I think it's adding adversity. I think it's going to make it easier for us next year. We have a brand new facility and a brand new field that we will not take it for granted.
It's kind of great coming into the Big East. It's a new field. It's like everything's new. It's enjoyable.
Quinnipiac's next conference game is this Friday at 4 o'clock at Liberty University, the other new member of the Big East. This has been Kyle Lavasser, Q30 News.
Quinnipiac has hired former New Haven Police Chief Dean Esserman. He will be examining Quinnipiac's emergency response plan to make sure the university is keeping our community as safe as possible. Esserman resigned as the New Haven Police Chief on November 7th, and New Haven officials said the resignation was a mutual agreement after Esserman behaved inappropriately on multiple occasions. Assistant Chief Anthony Campbell will serve as interim Chief of Police for New Haven.
Quinnipiac students are not happy with this year's. Earlier today, a Quinnipiac shuttle caught fire and pulled into a North Haven gas station. The back of the shuttle was engulfed in flames and came within a few feet of the main pump. The 2 women on the shuttle escaped without any injuries, but the cause of the fire is still unknown. And here tonight, we actually have this student who is on the bus with us. We have her here to explain her story and talk about what happened.
So hello, Chelsea. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you safe? You're
Yes,
safe now. Thank
thankfully.
goodness. Well, we're very happy to have you. Thank you so much for coming on the Q30
problem.
Newscast. So tell us, when did you and your driver realize that the shuttle had caught on fire?
Well, first we had gotten off the exit. We were going to the North Haven shopping center, and though you started to smell like smoke in the bus, and you could like see the smoke. And then she was like, "Well, this isn't good." And as soon as we came off the exit, the bus like shut off, like the engine shut off. So the only thing she could do was pull into the park, into the gas station, and then it was getting worse and worse, the smoke, and she's like, "We have to like get out of here." So then we got out, and the smoke progressively got worse. We moved away further from it because we didn't want to be anywhere near it. And then that's when the fire started to build up.
So what were your first thoughts when you realized, oh my gosh, this shuttle is catching fire right now?
To be honest, at first I didn't think much of it. I was like, because I've seen cars like smoke before. I was like, I'll just get to Target. I'll be fine, like no biggie. And then it got worse, and I was like, this is actually kind of a serious problem. And it was pretty scary at first because it could have gotten way worse than what happened.
So did you feel safe with your driver? Did she respond appropriately?
She was wonderful. She made sure I had everything. She made sure we got off the bus. She made sure we were safe, far away from like the incident, and she was always checking up on me the whole time. She was great.
Awesome, and I mean, thank goodness for her.
Yeah.
You guys are still here. And just tell me a little, any other thoughts or feelings? Do you feel safe now riding Quinnipiac shuttles? What do you feel like?
I feel safe. I think that there may need to be some revamping with like making sure that all the shuttles like are getting checkups like regularly to make sure that there's nothing wrong with them. But I mean, I would ride the shuttle again. I mean, she handled it wonderfully, so I feel safe.
Well, we're so happy that you're safe, and thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. It was my pleasure. Thank you.
2 separate bombs went off on Saturday in New Jersey and New York City, injuring 29 people. The first bomb exploded at 9:35 a.m. in a trash can at the start of a Marine Corps charity race in Seaside Park, New Jersey. Nobody was harmed. The second bomb went off at 8:30 p.m. between 6th and 7th Avenue in the Chelsea neighborhood in New York City. The explosion left 29 people with minor injuries, and all were released from the hospital by Sunday morning. New Jersey police have detained the subject suspected of the bombings after a shootout. Ahmed Khan Rahami is a 28-year-old American citizen who was named a person of interest over the weekend. Still to come on the Q30 Newscast, the fire department paid a visit to York Hill last night.
And Quinnipiac is hosting active shooter seminars.
Plus, we're talking politics. All this and more still to come on the Q30 Newscast.
Good evening and welcome to Sports Pause.
In the end, we're here to win the championship this year.
Jess Fontaine now has that. She's going to take a ripper off the post, but she's going to come back.
And my number one, hold your applause, Bobcats fans, is Quinnipiac.
All right, Victoria, you know what time it is. It's top 5 plays of the week.
My favorite time.
I could really go for a Ray and Mike sub right now.
Come to Ray and Mike's and try our Philly chicken and cheese for just over $4. Giant cheesesteak subs and mouth-watering boar's head sandwiches for as low as $4.75. Q-Cash accepted just a mile down the road on Whitney, here at Ray and Mike's.
This week's trending topic is #that. are your source for Quinnipiac entertainment news.
Welcome back to the Q30 Newscast. So Mike, I'm really wondering what the weather's going to be like this week so I can pick out my outfits.
I'm wondering too. I think we actually have Kristen, our weather girl. She's got our full newscast report right now.
Thanks guys. I'm Kristen Karen. Tonight's forecast, we have 55 degrees and partly cloudy for our last official day of summer. Tomorrow, first official day of fall, 82 degrees and sunny with a light wind. Great day to get out there on the quad, do some homework, hike Sleeping Giant. So our 7-day forecast, we have mostly sunny. For the weekend, we have low 80s moving into low 70s, high 60s the rest of the week. A little bit of partly cloudy in there this weekend, but it's a great time to get out there, go see a game, start your fall festivities, go apple picking, pumpkin picking. It's going to be a great weekend. Thank you. I'm Kristen Karen. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kristen. Last night, students living on the 8th floor of Crescent left a tray of cookies baking unattended. Battalion Fire Department Chief Rich Otlowski gave Q30 the full scoop and told us that while the students on the 8th floor were baking these cookies, they left them unattended and the cookies ended up catching fire. So it caused a lot of smoke to be isolated into the room. Public safety arrived before the fire department to put out the fire using fire extinguishers. And when the fire department showed up, they used fans to air out all the smoke from the room so students could return safely back to their dorms. Thankfully, nobody was harmed during this incident.
With the elections quickly approaching, a lot is going on in the political world. Here is Carrie with more on the Trump versus Clinton feud.
Thanks, guys. With Election Day just 47 days away, the 2016 presidential campaign has brought yet another controversial issue to the table. Do voters have the right to know the medical history of the candidates? Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was forced to take a few days from the campaign trail following an incident in which she stumbled while trying to quickly depart a 9/11 memorial service in New York City. Clinton reported that she was feeling overheated, but was later diagnosed with pneumonia. This episode ultimately has caused Clinton to fall behind in recent polls. Last Thursday, Donald Trump appeared on Dr. Oz to reveal and discuss his medical records. During the interview, Trump stated, "I believe presidential candidates must disclose their records because you have an obligation to be healthy. You can't do the work if you aren't healthy." During the interview with Dr. Oz, Trump allowed Dr. Oz to reveal Trump's comprehensive medical exam. The exam revealed the only medication Trump takes is for cholesterol control, and other than hay fever, Trump is in excellent health. After reading the report, Dr. Oz told the viewers, "If a patient of mine had these records, I'd be happy and send them on their way." Secretary Clinton has agreed to consider going on Dr. Oz to reveal her medical records, but is yet to commit to a date. That's all for this week's politics. I'm Carrie Golden. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you so much, Carrie. Quinnipiac is encouraging all students and faculty to attend active shooter training sessions. Due to increased acts of violence on college campuses, it is important for the Quinnipiac community to increase its preparedness. The training sessions are being held throughout September to October and will cover what to do in the event of an active shooter on all 3 of Quinnipiac's campuses. You can find out more information about the training sessions on the MyQ homepage, and remember to always report any suspicious activity to public safety.
The Quinnipiac University community received a visit from 3 Nobel Peace Prize laureates Wednesday. Students were involved to join the 3 women for a panel discussion on peace, gender issues, and human rights. The panel members were Shirin Ibaldi and Gabui Tiyakul. Carmen Ibaldi, Iranian lawyer and former judge, who founded the Defendant of Human Rights Center in Iran and was the first Iranian ever to receive this award. Gabui is the founder and president of the Gabui Peace Foundation and the Liberian peace activist, social workers, and women's rights advocate. Is best known for leading a nonviolent movement that brought together Christian and Muslim women and played a pivotal role in ending Liberia's 14-year civil war. Lastly, Carmen, the youngest Peace Prize laureate ever, is noted for her work in nonviolent struggles for the safety of women and women's rights to fully participate in the peace-building work in Yemen.
And now we're going to head over to John with our national news.
Thanks, guys. In national news, former President of the United States, George Bush Sr., allegedly said he'd be voting for Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election. This comes as a surprise to many, as Bush is voting outside his party. Bush said this among board members of the Point of Light Foundation on Monday during what was an assumed private gathering. This was not a formal announcement, and some members in the room did not recall him saying this. The Bush family representatives declined to speak publicly about this matter. Kneeling before the national anthem has spread to more than just football players. Cheerleaders at Howard University were seen kneeling during the anthem this past Saturday. A picture was posted of the cheerleaders by Howard University's Executive President of Communications, Zachary Johnson, on Twitter, and has received over 6,700 retweets and over 10,000 likes. The movement was started by 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick after he sat during the national anthem at a preseason game in August. His actions have now spread to college and even high school athletes all across the country. A teacher in Fayetteville, North Carolina, is under fire after a lesson where he stepped on, burned, and ripped an American flag on Monday. Lee Francis, a teacher at Massey Hill Classical High School, was trying to demonstrate free speech and use the flag as part of his lesson. After stepping on the flag, 2 students left the class and another came up and tried to take the flag from him. Francis defends this lesson, saying that he wasn't trying to offend students in any way. Many members want Francis to be fired. He has been suspended and expects to meet with the superintendent of Cumberland County Schools later on this week. That's it for national news, guys. Now back to the desk.
When we come back, find out what students think of the new cue cards.
Plus, Bethany has our full entertainment update. We'll be right back.
Good evening and welcome to Sports Pause.
In the end, we're here to win the championship this year.
Jess Fontaine now has that. She's going to take a ripper off the post, but she's going to come back.
And my number one, hold your applause, Bobcats fans, is Quinnipiac.
All right, Victoria, you know what time it is. It's top 5 plays of the week.
My favorite time.
I could really go for a Ray and Mike sub right now.
Come to Ray and Mike's and try our Philly chicken and cheese for just over $4. Giant cheesesteak subs and mouth-watering boar's head sandwiches for as low as $4.75. Qcash accepted just a mile down the road on Whitney, here at Ray and Mike's.
This week's trending topic is #that. We are your source for Quinnipiac entertainment news.
Welcome back to the Q30 Newscast. Each year, Quinnipiac Residence Hall Council hosts an annual hall brawl. The event includes various outdoor activities which students form teams to compete for a final prize. This year's prize was Insomnia Cookies. Any and all students living on main campus in freshman and sophomore housing can participate. This year, students living in Old Village won the brawl. We talked to one of the winners, Ricky Jowdy, about his experience. Have you seen the new cue cards? Our very own Mike teamed up with Callie and Matt to talk to students about what they think of what the new cue cards look like.
The logo is the first of many changes to happen in Quinnipiac this year. This past week, the cue card office has started to give out cue cards with a brand new design. While some students are lining up to get the new card, many others are very upset with this change.
I like the new cue card better.
Why do you like it better?
I think it has a cleaner look, and I think that it shows the new Quinnipiac logo well.
I would have to say the new one. I just think it looks better, and it looks like classier. I guess I like the new one better.
The new one doesn't look as professional as the old one. I really like the old one with the old logo. The new logo, it just doesn't look right. I like how the picture is bigger on the old cue card. It makes it look, I don't know, more professional, and it's easier to identify who you are.
The new cue card, by most students, is seen as a cleaner and more modern-looking design, but others miss the more colorful, professional look of the old one.
I really like it a lot. It's very minimalistic and it has a very modern design.
Being a sophomore, seeing anything like that that's kind of so important to the school changing in such a drastic way just makes me feel like it's too big of a change, and I think they could have done it a little bit better, made it a little bit more colorful. It's almost like they digressed rather than enhanced it.
This new cue card has definitely incited some controversy within the Quinnipiac community. What's your stand on it? I'm Mike Ioza reporting for Q30 News.
This past Friday, QU After Dark hosted an event with professional magician Stephen Brundage. Brundage is most known for his nearly impossible Rubik's Cube routine, but more recently, he has been gaining worldwide coverage with his viral video, Magician Gets Out a Speeding Ticket with Magic. At only age 24, Brundage has been practicing magic for over half his life. He has been seen on shows such as America's Got Talent, Good Morning America, NBC's The Today Show, and The Steve Harvey Show.
This year's Fall Fest was a huge success. Student programming board strayed away from the traditional country music theme and featured Time Flies, a very popular hip-hop duo from Boston. Hey Days, a pop band stemming from New York, opened. The festival featured a variety of food trucks, including a barbecue, ice cream, grilled cheese, and cupcake truck. A picture booth was also available for no extra fee, so students could keep memories of this year's Fall Fest with them throughout the year.
It's been a shocking week for Hollywood, from historic wins at the Emmys to the end of Brangelina. Bethany Fernandez has your entertainment report.
Thank you guys. This weekend was big for television as ABC broadcasted the 68th Primetime Emmy Awards on Sunday. The host, Jimmy Kimmel, awarded Emmys throughout the night to fan favorites like Game of Thrones. The series was the supreme winner of the night, winning for drama series, production design, casting, costumes, directing, makeup, prosthetic makeup, sound mixing, special visual effects, stunt coordination, and writing. Game of Thrones became the most awarded series in Emmy history. The People vs. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story, made its mark by scoring wins for limited series and for some of its actors. Other awards were given to Veep for comedy series and The Voice for reality competition series. Actors from Mr. Robot and Orphan Black, Saturday Night Live, Downton Abbey, and more were awarded for their excellence. The evening brought about big wins and even bigger expectations for next year's TV industry. As for celebrity relationships, one of Hollywood's highest profile marriages is over. Angelina Jolie's lawyer confirmed that the actress has filed a divorce from husband Brad Pitt. Jolie claimed differences in the divorce papers. The couple, who married in 2014, has been together for 12 years. Jolie is seeking physical custody of their 6 children and asking the court to grant Pitt visitation rights. Divorce is not new to the couple since this is Jolie's 3rd marriage and Pitt's 2nd. The family asked for privacy at this time. The newly Emmy award-winning series The Voice had its season 11 premiere on Monday. Miley Cyrus and Alicia Keys debuted as judges to replace last year's Pharrell Williams and Christina Aguilera. This is the first time on the show that there are 2 women judges on the panel. Blake Shelton and Adam Levine still remain the show's only original judges. The show airs Mondays and Tuesdays at 8/7 Central. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West fans were erupting on social media after discovering a special gift West shared with his wife. West gave Kardashian a 2nd diamond engagement ring. The rapper's gift closely resembles the original engagement band he gave his wife back in 2013, the massive 15-carat Lorraine Schwartz design. That's all I have for entertainment news. My name is Bethany Fernandez. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you so much, Bethany. Now, on to sports. They're always a hot topic here at Quinnipiac.
That's right, Liv. Here's John Franklin with our sports report.
Toss the break.
Good evening and welcome to Sports Pause.
In the end, we're here to win the championship this year.
Jess Fontaine now has that. She's going to take a ripper off the post, but she's going to come back.
And my number one, hold your applause, Bobcats fans, is Quinnipiac.
All right, Victoria, you know what time it is. It's top 5 plays of the week.
My favorite time.
I could really go for a Ray and Mike sub right now.
Come to Ray and Mike's and try our Philly chicken and cheese for just over $4. Giant cheesesteak subs and mouth-watering boar's head sandwiches for as low as $4.75. Q Cash accepted just a mile down the road on Whitney, here at Ray and Mike's.
This week's
Just kidding, everyone. We're now back with the Q30 Newscast, and here we are with John to give us sports.
Guys, it's great to be back reporting for the Newscast. Fall sports have hit their stride here in Hamden, from the reigning national championship rugby team to the surprise of the volleyball team, and the men's soccer team goalkeeper controversy. Now, athletics have created a buzz around campus, and that buzz kicks off the first edition of Franklin's 4 of this semester. Number 1, rugby is rambling through its schedule with ease. After winning the national championship last year, the rugby team has started where it left off, getting out to a hot 3-0 start. In its 3 wins, it has had a margin of victory of 140 to 22. That's a 118-point differential. A big key to this season for the Bobcats is that they will only play 1 game at home, but so far, Becky Carlson's team has not shown any sign of taking the foot off the gas pedal. Number 2 of the Franklin's 4, volleyball is set to continue its hot start, pun intended. Chris Saplinski's squad came into this season after winning just 3 games in the 2015 season, but 2016 has spelled out a different story for the Bobcats. With the help of a solid freshman class, including the likes of setter Maria Pansari and libero Alejandro Rodriguez, the team is set to take the MAC by storm after starting out undefeated in 2 MAC games against Rider and St. Peter's. The Bobcats will take on other undefeated MAC foe Siena this week in a tale of the unbeatens. And now, guys, number 3, field hockey starts out with a feast on the Big East. The field hockey team packed its bags and moved out of the MAC this year to settle in as a member of the Big East. After a tough 0-6 out-of-conference start, the Bobcats opened up Big East play this week against the Georgetown Hoyas. Quinnipiac went on to win the game 4-2 to get not only its first win of the season, but its first win as a member of the Big East. Graduate student Savannah Riley made history of her own, tallying her 50th career point on a first-half goal. And number 4 of the Franklin's 4, we're going to get creative. We're going to roll it. Yale came to Quinnipiac to face the Bobcats in a soccer match. Lace up the boots. Throw on the mitts, keepers. We're going to head to the first half. Here's a Sean Daly cutting up the left side. He cuts in and gets cut off by Cameron Rake of Yale. That would leave the score at 0-0, but here comes Yale on a break, but Chris Iacovides says no. Or so he thinks. Yale's going to drop a back shot. Brick wall from the Quinnipiac defense. It's still 0-0 until now, folks. This ball's going to get centered up. Passed up the middle to Iman Whalen. He gets taken down. Daly shoots. Whalen's up again, and he puts it down through the center of the goal. That'll make it 1-0 Quinnipiac heading into the second half where our action continues. Here's the second half, folks. You were waiting for it. I'm going to give it to you. Here comes Iman Whalen. He's going to pass it, drop it off. Here's the shot, and that one's going to get stoned by the Yale goalkeeper. Still 1-0, and now the game's going to get a little chippy, where you see number 4, Connor McCoy. He's going to pull down a Yale player. Uh-oh. Let's get a little mustard with that one, you hot dog. That's a yellow card. But now, Quinnipiac was not done. This ball sent up the middle. Iman Whalen with a little cheek off the pipe. That'll make it 2-0. Give Quinnipiac the win on that one and send Yale back home to New Haven. Guys, it was a great week for sports. I can't wait to cover it some more. Let's send it back to you at the desk.
Thank you, John. That was amazing. We are so happy to have you back on the Q30 Newscast. Elementary school students in Hamden are utilizing a community event to get ready for an upcoming competition. You can go on the Q30 website where Janelle Cadigan has more on the town fundraiser that helps the kids in more ways than one. And that's all we have for you tonight on the Q30 Newscast. Please be sure to follow us on Twitter and subscribe to Q30 on YouTube.
For more information about our shows, visit Q30television.com. Thanks for tuning in.